Columbus police officer who shot unarmed black man is fired. A preliminary report from the Franklin County Coroner's Office determined the victim's death to be a homicide. A Columbus, Ohio law enforcement officer who shot and killed an unarmed black man seconds after their encounter was fired, officials said Monday. A hearing was held Monday to determine whether Adam Coy should be fired because of the December 22 shooting of 47-year-old Andre Hill. Columbus Public Safety Director Ned Pettis heard evidence in defense of the officer, who was not in attendance. In a statement, Pettis said the disciplinary recommendation to terminate the 19-year department veteran was well supported and appropriate. The actions of Adam Coy do not live up to the oath of a Columbus police officer, or the standards we, and the community, demand of our officers, he said. The shooting of Andre Hill is a tragedy for all who loved him in addition to the community and our division of police. Calls and messages to Pettis and Brian Steele, Vice President of Capital City Lodge No. 9 of the Fraternal Order of Police, were not returned. Coy responded to a disturbance call about an SUV that had been turned on and off several times when he encountered Hill emerging from a garage. Several seconds after meeting Hill, Coy opened fire. The officer failed to turn his body camera on until after the shooting. A look-back feature, which enables the cameras to record the 60-second period prior to the camera being activated, captured the shooting with no audio. Hill and another officer walk up a driveway and find an open garage door. Hill takes several steps toward the officer while holding what appears to be a cell phone in his left hand. His right hand is not visible. While Hill is on the ground, Coy, who then turns on the camera, yells at him to roll over. Several minutes pass before first aid is rendered. A preliminary report from the Franklin County Coroner's Office determined Hill's death to be a homicide. A full autopsy report is expected to be released in several weeks. Coy has been the subject of several complaints and issues involving alleged excessive force, the Columbus Dispatch reported. The shooting was met with protests and calls for the officer to be fired and prosecuted. Last week, Mayor Andrew Ginther called for him to be terminated over concerns about his failure to activate his body camera. In response to Monday's news, Ginther tweeted that Coy was fired for not using reasonable use of force consistent with division policies, not activating his body-worn camera and not rendering aid to a dying Mr. Hill. This does not represent the values of the Columbus Police. The shooting is being investigated by the State Bureau of Criminal Investigation, Ginther said in a follow-up tweet, adding that we expect transparency, accountability, and justice. The family and the entire community deserve it. It was unclear if Coy will appeal his firing.